In Manhattan, June 19th is hot and steamy. Late in the afternoon, a crowd begins to gather on 17th Street between Broadway and Fifth Avenue.
Save the Rosenbergs!
New evidence shows perjury!
We demand a new trial!
Stop this legal murder!
We demand a new
Stop
trial!
this legal murder! New evidence shows perjury! New evidence shows perjury!
I work in a machine shop a few blocks south of here. I volunteer for the committee. That's the committee to secure justice in the Rosenberg case. We applied today for the permit to meet in Union Square. We thought there'd be a stay of execution.
I'm a garment worker. I came today to celebrate saving the Rosenbergs' lives. Instead, it's a death watch. My husband wanted me to stay home. It's safer, but I had to be here.
Despite the permit, the police refused to allow the people to assemble in the square and pushed the crowd onto 17th Street. The loudspeaker truck sets up. Workers leaving the lofts and offices and factories and shops join women and men and children walking slowly from the neighborhoods and subways and bus stops.
I'm a student in high school. I'm here with my dad. It's scary. I keep looking up at the Con Edison clock, ticking a second at a time toward 8 o'clock.
It looks like there are 10,000 people on this block. Weeping people, angry people. In all my years of teaching high school history, you think I'd be used to the government's shameful shenanigans. Still, I didn't think that the government would kill white people like this, like lynching.
We might not know too much about the atom bomb. We know plenty about stool pigeons and union busting, scare tactics to keep us from organizing, to keep us quiet.
My dad says when he was my age, he marched in a rally just like this one after Sacco and Vanzetti were murdered. He said it changed his entire life. It scared him, sure, but it just made him want to fight harder so that people wouldn't be killed for their beliefs. I think today might change my life, too.
The speakers at the rally struggle with their emotions, trying to find a voice for the unspeakable.
Look at the time! Julius and Ethel's minutes are rushing away, and with it, America's honor.
Ethel and Julius gave America a precious gift by being strong and fighting, not crawling.
My dad says the electric chair can't kill the doubts in the Rosenberg case.
It's getting late. The sky is turning pink. Finally, the speaker announces that it is happening right now. Ethel and Julius Rosenberg are now being executed at Sing Sing. The voice jolts the crowd like lightning.
All of us standing in the crowded streets recognize the very moment the lights dim for the second time at Sing Sing. At that moment, the scarlet sun dips below the Palisades across the Hudson, and the crowd begins to sing.
When Israel was in Egypt's land, let my people go. Oppressed so hard they could not stand, let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Oh, let us all from bondage flee. Let my people go. And let us all at last be free. Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go.
The police are on their horses, pushing us towards Fifth Avenue. Some people are walking together towards Knickerbocker Village, where the Rosenberg family used to live. I'm headed to my sister's apartment to talk to her kids about what happened.
My mother stayed at home with my younger brother and sister today. She couldn't bear to bring them. They're the same ages as Michael and Robbie Rosenberg.
Believe me, none of us will ever forget that we were on 7th Street on June 19th,
1953. 1953.
Around the country, in Chicago and San Francisco and Los Angeles, around the world, in London and Paris and Buenos Aires and New Zealand and Iceland, people gathered together on June 19th so that they did not have to be alone when the clock ticked and the minutes died. 6 decades later, people are still coming together to fight for change. A lot has happened in the 60 years since the Rosenbergs were killed. We've known SNCC and CORE, SDS and AIM, Black Panthers and Gray Panthers, Young Lords and Raging Grannies, Rosa Parks and Howard Zinn, Rainbows and Greens, Stonewall and My Lai, Tiananmen Square and Tahrir Square, Arab Spring, Occupy Wall Street and Occupy Sandy, Stop the Pipeline, Ban the Fracking, Idle No More, and Stop, Stop, and Frisk. In 2013, we are still together, still learning, and still fighting.
Let my people go.
Julie and I were not innocent victims of American fascism. We were activists, taking risks in the service of our strong political beliefs. Risks we felt were necessary to try to make the world more free and more just.
When repression crashed down upon us, the government presented us with a choice that so many activists have been given over the decades, that so many faced during the McCarthy period and face today: name names or suffer the consequences. Ethel and I decided to resist rather than capitulate. We resisted not only for ourselves, but also for our community, for our children.
Despite the awful consequences of their choices, Ethel and Julius acted with integrity, courage, and in accordance with their beliefs. Through their choices, their resistance, my grandparents passed their passion for social justice onto their sons, to our extended families, to all of us. Like Ethel and Julius, current activists are working not only for today, but also for future generations.
With the support of our beloved community, we mourn the loss of Ethel and Julius 60 years ago. We reflect on our nation's legacy of racism and slavery, of class warfare and corporate greed. We rededicate ourselves to resist our government's war-making abroad and repression at home. We will not name names. We will not keep quiet. Like Ethel and Julius, like today's young activists, we believe a better world is possible. We will continue to honor our heritage, the forest of red trees, and to nurture future generations who will carry it forward and pass it on.
Preacher man, don't tell me Heaven is under the earth. I know you don't know what life is really worth. You say all that glitters not gold, but half that story has never been told. Now you see the light. Well, stand up for your right. Come on,
get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up.
oh,
Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
all the people sing.
Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
Nosotros somos periodistas de la esquina, una historia exclusiva de mi perspectiva. La violencia en la calle no es culpa del hip hop, porque antes del hip hop la violencia existió. El inicio del país más rico del mundo está basado en la violencia como forma de abuso. Los esclavos fueron robados, trasladados para acá, luego pasados y vendidos para trabajar. Let's go!
Get up, stand up.
Come on!
Stand up for your right.
Hey! Hey!
Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
You know, some people think great God will come from the sky and take away everything and make everybody feel high. But if you know what life is worth, you will look for yours on earth. And now we see the light. We got to stand up for our rights. Everybody
Come
now
on.
get up.
Stand up. Hey, stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Oh, don't give up the fight. Yeah, get up, stand up. Let the people say, stand up for your right. Let the people say, get up, stand up. Hey, don't give up the fight.
See, I'm just trying to even the scales, level the playing field, so my kids and your kids can play together well. The other option, well, it really don't be real. If we stay on this path, we're gon' kill ourselves, cause we farming for profit. Surplus stock is saved for fuel while there's still food shortage. Hungry and homeless, while some at home with feet on the ottoman, food in the oven. It goes,
Stand up, stand up.
come on, come on.
Hey, stand up for your right.
Say it with us, y'all.
Get up, stand up. Oh, don't give up the fight. Yeah, get up, stand up. Hey, stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Hey, now when I say get up, y'all say stand up. Get up, get up. When I say get up, y'all say stand up. Get up, get up. When I say get up, y'all say stand up. Get up, get up. When I say get up, y'all say stand up. Get up, get up, get up, stand up.
Come on.
Hey, stand up for your right. Let the people say get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Oh, no, don't give up the fight.
Yeah, you know we're sick and tired of the ism, schism, trying to go to heaven in Jesus' name. We all know and we understand Almighty God is
Get up, stand up. Hey, for your right. Let me hear you say it now. Yeah, 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 yeah. Don't give up the fight. Say, don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up.
Let's hear that mic on the
Get
stage
up
left.
for your right. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Hey, hey, hey. Clap your hands, y'all. Clap your hands. Clap your hands, y'all. Clap your hands.
No, we'll never give up the fight.
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 Get up, stand up,
Get up, stand up.
stand up for your right.
Stand up for your right.
Get up, stand up,
Get up, stand up.
don't give up the fight.
Don't give up the fight.